In this video, we're going to go over sit, down, sit up, and stand. I'm using my buddy here, Max, because he's the closest dog I have to puppy size. Now, I'm using, in this, I'm going to be using the Tricky Trainers, which is what we use in Class Max. But at home, you probably can get away with using kibble, as long as it's not distracted. When you do this, you want to try to do it at least the first couple times in a quiet room without a lot of stuff going on. Max, crash. Max is very anxious. So the first thing we're going to do is the sit. So let's go ahead and get Max in an up position. Max, and Max already knows these things, so I'm going to kind of explain. You want to hold the treat like this between your thumb and forefinger. It allows you to kind of protect it. The dog will lick it a little bit, but you won't allow it to have it. This allows you to pop it in their mouth as soon as they do the action that you're looking for. So to do the sit, you're going to go in a crescent shape over the dog's head. Now Max already knows this, but your dog might not keep on tracking. Remember, always go back to your dog's nose. Try to keep the treat within an inch of your dog's nose. A fast movement away like this or this or this, the dog will stop tracking it. So move it away slowly, and anytime you're trying to lure your dog, anytime it stops tracking, go back to the nose. Okay, so to do the sit, Max here, you're going to go over their head. As soon as they sit down, we're going to pop that treat in their mouth and say the word sit. Remember, always say the word after the treat goes into their mouth, and only say sit. Don't say good sit or oh, what a good dog, just sit. Okay, once your dog is in a sitting position, let's get better camera presence here, Maxie. Sit. You're going to hold the treat against their nose again, and I find it helpful to have a handful of treats in this hand. If your dog is focused on this hand, just put it behind your back as you're doing this and only have one treat in this hand. So to do the down, you're just going to go straight down. As soon as the chest hits ground, you release it in their mouth and say the word crash. Remember, use a fun word. There's science that shows that using fun words will help you. So say crash, chill, slide, whatever you want, just come up with a fun, unique word. Shouldn't sound like anything else, one word only, preferably 1 or 2 syllable words. Now, a lot of dogs have problems with the down. They'll stop tracking, so again, keep on coming back to the nose. Now, there's a couple of different options to this. If going vertically straight down doesn't work, then you want to go kind of at a bit of an angle. See how that laid them down, and then crash is the word that we use. Some dogs that won't work for. So other dogs, if that's the case, I go down, and if they're staying up, I won't try to mimic Max staying up, I would push the treat towards them. Sometimes I get some back them up, and then we'll get them lay down. So I'll do some pushing and pulling, and I'm keeping it on the floor when I'm doing this. And Max wants this treat. And as soon as the chest hits the ground, release it. Now, if your dog gets up out of a sit at any point, bend your elbow away quickly. That's the way of saying, no, that's not the action I want. Put it back into a sit. Now, if your dog doesn't know the sit, each time they sit, you can give them a treat. But after a while, you want to kind of stay away from doing that because otherwise your dog's going to get up just to get a sit and get that treat again. So once we're down in the down position, again, we're going to grab another treat real quick. We're going to hold it against their nose, and we're going to go straight up until they sit, and then pop in their mouth and say the word up. You can come up with a different command word if you want, but it should not be sit. There needs to be a different command word. And then to do a stand, I like to do it on a flat hand, put the treat there, and I start extending it away from the dog. Max, come on. Stand. So again, one other thing for the down, I forgot to go. So one option goes just vertically straight down. The other option is to go towards them. The other option is to go away from them. And then the final option, so there's really 4 of them, is go, if your dog is just up here looking at it, or it won't go down, start going zigzagging as you go away or towards the dog until it lays down. Now, passive training really comes in handy for this. Some dogs really have a problem with this. This is a little bit more challenging for some puppies. If your puppy's really high energy, take it out and play for it a little bit first. Put it in a position to succeed. Don't do this, try to teach your dog this right after eating because they're not going to be as motivated by the treats. And don't over-exercise your dog. We want to kind of find that Goldilocks zone where we've taken off the edge, but they're still interested. Remember, this should be done in 1 to 2 minute training sessions maximum. So set yourself a 90-second timer. At the end of 90 seconds, next time you get a good one, stop it. Or if you get a good one close to 90 seconds, stop at that point. You want your dog to always remember what was going on. Afterwards, if you can, give your dog a little bit of attention, crash, roll over, yes, pound. Your dogs won't know these tricks, but just give it a little attention so it understands that it's a fun thing. That way there's a little bit of reward after the exercise. All right, Max, can you give me one more pound? Pound. This is how you can teach your dog to sit, lay down, sit up, and stand.